Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into the Homesteads YouTube channel. On today's episode, we're going to take a closer look at Jerusalem Artichoke, also known as sunchoke and sunroot. First, I'm going to go through the list I wrote out here of the nutritional benefits of this perennial crop. So in a 100 gram serving, there's 73 calories, 0 grams of fat and cholesterol, and 4 milligrams of sodium. So that's very low, no fat, no trans fat, no any of that stuff. So really good for any of you out there dealing with cardiac issues. 12% of potassium for your daily recommended intake, 17 grams or 5% of carbs, 1.6 grams or 6% of fiber, 10 grams of naturally occurring sugars, 2 grams or 4% of protein, and then we have the vitamins and minerals, so 1% of calcium, 6% of vitamin C, 18% of your iron, 5% of your B6, 4% of magnesium, small amounts of vitamin A and E when consumed in conjunction with carotene are going to eliminate free radicals from your body. So what are the health benefits of this? Again, I wrote them down. It's going to lower your blood pressure, lower your risk of heart disease, increase probiotic growth, lower the risk of colon cancer specifically, increase iron and immunity. So an increase in iron is an increase in red blood cell count, which is going to increase oxygenation to your whole body, therefore increasing immunity time responses, which we could all use right now. It's a good liver detox, and it also increases flexibility in connective tissue. So I have been trying to plant more perennial crops on our property, and I thought this was a good candidate. There's a couple conflicting articles that I've read. One claims it's native to Eastern North America, and another article claimed that it was native to Central America. I have opinions. In North America, it's viewed as kind of invasive. It spreads really quickly. And in Central America, the tubers are smaller and spread more slowly. Most invasive species are rapidly spreading, so that kind of indicates that maybe it started in Central America. The tubers also grow larger in North America, and I mean that could just be an evolution of the species to survive our winters. But yeah, they grow much larger here, so benefit to us, I guess, if you can contain them. I'm just gonna come and grab you, and I'll show you where we've planted and give you our specific reasons why. So we planted in the back here. The soil conditions, well, not really necessary to take into account unless you have extremely acidic soil. They prefer 6.5 of the pH, so a little more on the base side, and you can amend your soil if you really are concerned with your crop yields and getting the best bang for your buck out of these guys. So you can see here that I have quite an infestation of goutweed, this guy, and horsetail, this fella back there, and let this focus all the way along the whole creek bed, taking over here, basically anywhere where I don't cut the grass. So I thought that this was a great place to plant this crop. It spreads, one tuber could spread and produce 20, so should have no problem competing with these highly competitive and invasive plants here, and hopefully provide some beauty in the meantime. So these little sprouts here can be grown, like I said, in most soil conditions. I pulled at least 2 to 3 full-size bricks out of every one of these holes that I have dug, and yeah, so the soil is aerated, that's for sure. It's a very damp property, and the people who built the house basically built up the whole front half of the lot with a lot of clean fill. Anyways, so yeah, get it out of the sun so you can see it clearly. There is the sprout of our Jerusalem artichoke. Kind of a funny name, Jerusalem artichoke, considering they're neither from Jerusalem nor are they an artichoke. They're a tuber that grows underground, as I've said already. They have a sweet nutty flavor, and they're kind of like a cross between almonds, potatoes, and they look like ginger and have kind of the same consistency of ginger. They're crunchy and very, very good, actually. They tasted great, so that's why I went ahead and I ordered 2 kilograms of these. Most people recommend planting 8 kilogram to start out and see if you can contain it. As I said here, I'm not really worried about containing it, and I didn't want to try to dig these out. I mean, it would be a ridiculous job to try to get rid of all this goutweed and horsetail, and you know, without disturbing the soil and having it all erode away with the creek back there. So yeah, it's interplanted in here to compete and provide us with some more food and some beauty, and some benefits to our bees and native species in the area. So some quick planting recommendations: 4 to 6 inches deep, that's 10 to 15 centimeters, and 12 to 18 inches or 30 to 45 centimeters apart. And you want them in full sun to partial shade. We've done a bit of an experiment. So over there, that's basically full shade, receives very little sun. Only a couple feet away out from underneath the tree, it's going to be full sun, so more than 6 hours a day. And over here, it's partial, so I'd say that this would get at least 4 hours a day. And you can see the variance. So here, I don't know why this isn't auto-focusing. In partial shade, we're just breaking ground. And back here, there's another one. If I can get, there you go, we're breaking ground here. But anyways, yeah, so if we take a step back, and you can see the region that we've planted here, all along here, 5 to 10 foot sunflowers are going to look great here, and yeah, really be a welcome addition to our property. Something that you only have to plant once, really. For harvesting, you can harvest them in the fall after the first frost when the plants die back, or you can wait till spring. If you have them deep enough, it's not going to harm the tubers being underground during the winter. And you're going to want to replant, and I would recommend taking the biggest, smoothest tubers that you can find and replanting with those, and evolving your own genetics, really, and creating food that's going to be easier to clean and more worth your time to harvest. But I'm sure that we'll do just fine here. Yeah, again, it's a welcome addition to our lot. That's a native plant. I believe native plant, at least to the Americas anyways. So thanks for tuning in today, guys. And if you liked the video, if you learned something, you could give me a thumbs up, and any subscriptions are greatly appreciated. Things are going really well so far this year. I'm sorry for delaying the first video, but we've really been doing a lot of work. We cleared this spot out and built a little brush fence, and we've just been really preparing and doing a lot of work around the lot. So lots more videos to come for the year. We've already planted all our perennial crops, and this year's looking really great. Tons of flowers on all the previously planted stuff, and things just keep getting better and better here. So thanks again for tuning in, and I hope this video finds you all well and healthy. Take care.